Hello, everybody. That was an absurd, heart-stopping ending to Game 4. Let's jump right into the action. This is a set play that the Warriors ran a bunch in Game 3. Here's what would typically happen. Steph takes the screen. Steph's defender stays with Steph. Looney's defender stays in the general area of Steph. Steph will relay the ball. Looney cuts to the basket, and Wiggins will relay the ball to Looney. That causes help to rotate. Looney hits the open man, Kuminga, who gets in his hovercraft. Here we go again. Come on, Looney sets a screen. Steph whips the ball to Poole on the wing. Looney should roll and get the relay from Poole. And it looks to me like Sacramento had watched some film because Sabonis just tries to jam Kevon Looney and stop him from rolling to the basket. Unfortunately, De'Aaron Fox seems to have a different theory of what's happening. He's playing this like he's switching to Looney and expecting Sabonis to switch to Steph. Fox ends up taking this very awkward path where he gets friendly fire screen from his own man Sabonis. Steph, usually all the defenders follow him, and now he's enjoying the spacious freedom of independent living and gets this super open three. The Warriors threw all kinds of different defenses at Fox, and right now the Warriors are playing just straight switching. Steph just voluntarily switches and says, hey, I'm not a violent man. I'll just take on the challenge. Now we just have a clear out ISO of Fox on Steph. Steph with a swipe down actually knocks the ball free, but then amazingly the ball bounces right back to Fox. That's just bad luck. And then Fox draws the foul. The Kings never stopped fighting in this game and took advantage of a large number of super lucky bounces and some boneheaded plays from the Warriors. This looks like a wing pick and roll for Jordan Poole, but that's all a decoy. The real action is Klay Thompson is going to end up cutting over here for catch and shoot. First we have Looney setting a butt screen for Steph, diving to the basket. This is going to occupy Steph's defender and also occupy Sabonis, which means that Klay can be guarded one-on-one by Malik Monk. There's Steph dragging two defenders. Monk has to decide which way he wants to go. If Monk follows him this way, then Klay will just come to this side of the screen. If Monk tries to cut around the other side of the screen, then Klay will stop short. As it turns out, Malik Monk tries to take this long way and he tries to shoot the gap. Klay stops short on this side of the screen. It's the little things. If Klay had come all the way out here to catch the ball, then Monk would have been right on his head. But instead, Klay makes a beautiful, peaceful pocket of three Nirvana. That was art. Wing pick and roll for Fox. He clearly wants to switch on to Jordan Poole. Last play, the Warriors just switch all pick and rolls, but there are special rules for Poole. Poole plays the high tag defense, which the Warriors developed for Steph Curry against LeBron James. In this defense, Poole aggressively steps out to tag De'Aaron Fox before he's ready to accept the screen, and that gives time for Andrew Wiggins to recover and come back and pick up Fox, and for Poole to undo the switch. So that leaves Fox isolating Wiggins, which is a matchup that the Warriors definitely want. Wiggins plays this beautifully. He absolutely times up this shot and swats it, but amazingly this ball bounces right back to the Kings. There were so many of these super unfortunate bounces. Fox is going to reset to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell just tries to ISO Steph. Steph does a reasonable job staying with Mitchell on this drive. Davion Mitchell tries to eject a pass here, and Andrew Wiggins with another great defensive play deflects the pass, and amazingly the pass goes right to Fox. I'm going to give you a spoiler. The Kings are going to score on this elongated possession, but so many things had to go right for them. Okay, so desperation three from Fox. Now this ball takes a wild carom and it goes straight to Davion Mitchell. Steph could have done a better job of boxing him out maybe, but it just wasn't meant to be. Davion loses his balance, and as he's slowly falling out of bounds, instead of taking a timeout, he throws it back under the basket right to an alert Looney. Davion Mitchell in the meantime is now ordering at the Modelo Cantina. Jordan Poole has been teaching himself to slow down in the game, but everyone on the bench is now going to yell at him to speed up. Steve Kerr doing some nice Guitar Hero windmills, so Jordan Poole hurries himself up. This is a disaster for the Kings. There are four players guarding nobody. Klay Thompson is completely open in the corner, and somehow Poole throws a careless pass. Tremendous play by Monk to get this interception. Poole and Steph, they look like that Rodin sculpture called WTF Did I Just Do? And then easy throw over to Davion Mitchell, just like they drew it up. After that super depressing play, Kevon Looney flows this into a second dribble handoff for Klay, and Malik Monk bounces off of him, and it's called a moving screen. Kevon Looney immediately starts twirling his hands, saying, review this. You see Kerr call timeout, and then Draymond is looking over saying, wait, you're not going to challenge that, are you? You can lip read him saying he was moving, and then he's going to mime someone screening and moving. And Kerr says, no, my video guy watched this on the iPad, and he says we can win this challenge. Draymond's body language as he walks off back to the bench. If you'd asked me, I would have told you not to challenge. A little shaking of his head. Like, don't blame me. The Warriors gaggle action. Steph and Klay are going to gaggle at the top here. One of them's going to dive to the basket. One of them is going to take a cross screen. Klay goes way early and takes his cross screen. Steph trails the play and decides, well, I'll just cut to the basket anyway. De'Aaron Fox is determined not to get burned again off ball. Unfortunately, Sabonis also determined not to get burned off ball. They both go with Klay. Looney with a very wise cut to the basket. Draymond with a nice pass. And this should be a game-sealing dunk. I think Harrison Barnes got a piece of the ball, possibly a piece of Kevon Looney as well. But this dunk does not dunk. So now Looney is on the ground way back there. This is a 5-on-4. Somehow when there's man disadvantage, Draymond Green gains 25 defense points. I can't explain it. Harrison Barnes trailing the play. No one to cover him. Good pass from Sabonis. Draymond is the last line of defense. Barnes decides to take on the challenge of Draymond. Draymond goes straight up and completely alters this shot into the side of the iron. Tremendous stop by Draymond. Now Wiggins and Sabonis scrambling for this ball. Sabonis gets it. Point blank range, going up again. Draymond goes up again for another game-saving block. Huge. In early offense, Draymond sets the quick high pick for Steph. Harrison Barnes switches to Steph. Davion Mitchell says, I can't quit you, Steph. That leaves Draymond free to roll to the basket. Sabonis tries to get into the paint in time to challenge this drive by Draymond. That means Looney is going to follow to make himself available in the dunker spot for drop-off, which means Malik Monk has to go and cover Looney's dive. Draymond reads this in a split second. Malik Monk had been guarding Andrew Wiggins. Now that his defender's occupied, he cuts to the basket. Sabonis is here covering the family jewels, waiting to take a charge. But Draymond pulls up just in time, sees Wiggins cutting. Monk had a mental image that Wiggins was still out here on the wing, and so he jumps out to cover Wiggins on the wing, but no, Wiggins had already cut all the way in, and now he has a teeny little push shot. Beautiful. All right, when you're up 5 with 1:25 left, and you have great shooters, you should definitely win this game going away. The Kings set up two-sided screen again for De'Aaron Fox to hero ball this. He says, Steph Curry, I choose you. And he goes to Steph's side. Sabonis comes over to set a screen to get Steph off of Fox, a sign of respect. Fox turns the corner. Kevon Looney is the last line of defense, and he does a great job contesting this lethal floater from Fox. He might have got a piece of it because this thing ends up being an air ball. Alert rebound from Wiggins. Okay, time's running out. Malik Monk just tries to blow by Klay Thompson. Draymond Green is waiting behind just in case he does manage to get around Klay. Crazy hard shot for Monk to try. It sails way over the backboard. Steph has the ball. He fatefully waves everyone to go down court. So everyone says, fine, let's go down court, like they're all NPCs. And it looks like this should be a straightforward play, but Harrison Barnes and Davion Mitchell, here Sabonis looks like he's telling them to go trap Steph. Davion and Harrison surprise Steph. Steph cleverly calls a timeout, which would have been a great play if they hadn't used their last timeout on that ill-fated challenge. And so that's going to give the Kings a technical free throw and the ball. Draymond guards Fox one-on-one, but this ball squirts free. Have I mentioned how many lucky bounces the Kings got down the stretch? This goes nicely to Harrison Barnes. Barnes pulls up for, a super optimistic 3 with 17 on the shot clock. Well contested. This ball unfortunately takes a bounce right between Klay and Sabonis. The 50-50, it just unfortunately scoots out of bounds. Fox takes on Draymond again. Unfortunately, this time, Draymond has a bit of a brain fart. This is definitely part of their non-clutch time game plan to let Fox shoot threes. With this much time on the clock, you definitely want to force Fox to go inside the arc and just start trading twos for free throws. But unfortunately, Draymond gives him just enough space. Steph isos Fox. He turns the corner and he definitely feels like Fox hip checks him and makes him lose his balance. Steph stays on his feet. Steph has a decision to make. There's 11 on the shot clock. He could run this down to a 4-second game and have the ball in the air for a last second shot. Probably the wisest thing, but Steph, you can understand his decision making here. He says, I'm completely open at the free throw line. It's much better to be up 3 than up 1, and he goes for this push shot, which he misses. This is a wild scramble for the ball. So many things had to go right for the Kings. Steph and Barnes wrestling for this ball. It pops out and actually hits Barnes in the face, bounces off of his back right to another King. Here's Draymond ready to pick up Fox. Harrison Barnes comes over to set a screen to give Fox the chance to force Steph to switch to him. Steph does a really good job trying to force Fox back towards Draymond's side where Draymond can help. Fox is lucky that that ball stayed near him. Steph again shading him to go left so that Draymond can be there to help. Draymond stationed right at the elbow where Fox likes to take his little elbow jumpers. Fox tries to go for this pullback dribble move, but Draymond gets his hand right on the ball, which forces Fox to pick up the dribble. Steph realizes the only place he can go with this ball is Harrison Barnes. Now it's a race between Ball and Steph. Good reaction time from Steph. Steph goes all out to get there, and Harrison Barnes, you know, Warriors fans have never fully forgiven Harrison Barnes for missing all those threes in the 2016 finals, and it would have been such a stab in the heart if Harrison Barnes had come through with this clutch 3. But the heart is unstabbed. The Warriors survive. What a crazy ending. Okay, I can't resist talking about one more play. It's a request on my website, dubnationhq.com. Good old Dino asking for a breakdown of the last play of the third quarter. If you really want to have a conversation with me, this website is the right place to go. Poole is going to set a ram screen for Draymond to come over and set a pick for Steph. The Kings, with time running down, are almost certainly going to try to trap Steph. And so Steph makes this long skip pass trying to catch Fox flat-footed against Poole with a 3-on-3 situation with a lot of space. Poole with the jab, goes by Fox on the right side. A little bit of funniness with the spacing because Steph ends up cutting right where Poole could have cut. But Steph's cut is so good it forces Murray to rotate. Poole very quickly makes the read that DiVincenzo's open. Murray with the hard closeout, which DiVincenzo can attack. This looks like it's going to be an open layup. Alert rotation here, but that means Poole is completely open and he's throwing up his hands. Hallelujah, I'm open. Dante gets into the air, and just in case he was tempted to throw it to Klay, Klay is pointing at Poole saying, no, my brother over there is open. Hallelujah. Good pass. Murray rotated to Poole, so Poole quickly touch pass to Klay. Harrison Barnes, to his credit, was trying to X out to recover to Klay, but this is just too far to recover to. Let's wrap up with a quick celebration audit. Let's see if anyone qualifies for a premature celebration here. Klay has the ball in his hands. So far, no celebrations happening. And Draymond comes through, puts up his 2 hands. The ball is still in flight. Swish beats the buzzer. Steph puts up the arms in celebration. Draymond converts his generic hallelujah hands into European threes. Very nice job, Draymond. Klay, in the meantime, doing his one-legged hop celebration and also flashing the classic OK3. Good job. Dante DiVincenzo, can he and Klay complete the flying, swinging side 5 celebration? Well, Klay seems to want to get an extra hop. That's all right. You can get an extra hop, my friend. You earned it. And got another extra hop. Got another extra hop. Okay, I think Klay might be stuck. And, Dante here seems to be on the verge of an epic case of getting left hanging. Will Klay notice in time? Will he leave Dante hanging? And the answer is... Ooh, Klay left him totally hanging. He turns away. Dante, hand unslapped. I don't know, Klay. We got to work on that dismount to otherwise excellent celebration. And look, Draymond realizes that his teammate Dante had been left utterly hanging. He comes through with the high five with Dante. Very nice. Now Dante can clear that from his inbox.